ready to go back to the plane of Marvel? That's right. You might have thought that the next Magic the Gathering set was Lorwyn, a beloved set from Magic's past that is the most anticipated return to plane in possibly all of Magic history. But no, we've begun previewing Marvel cards. We just got out of Marvel, but now we're back with Marvel. Personally, I don't want to play Marvel Snap. I want to play Magic the Gathering, but here we are. All right, look, you all know how I feel. I don't like Marvel, and I certainly don't like it in my favorite card game, but I also still want to play and enjoy my favorite card game. And no, I really don't want to ruin anyone's day by being endlessly cynical, but I think it's fair to let me be a little cynical, all right? Prof can be a little cynical. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to be given 2 minutes to be as cynical as I want about these Marvel previews, and then, after that, I shall present all remaining information in a fair and reasonably positive light. So, the more of these previews I can get through in 2 minutes, the more cynical I get to be. Jesse Robkin, our head writer, has prepared for me the parts of the preview script that she thinks I am least likely to be able to get through without being overly negative, thus delaying my progress significantly, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Jesse, my script, please.
There you go. Oh yeah, I only printed 1 page because you're not gonna get through more than a single card.
We'll see about that. Start the timer. Let's begin with Merfolk. Why are there Merfolk in a Marvel set?
Told you.
I can do this. Marvel Superheroes, really creative name for a set by the way, is bringing us apparently some of the strongest Merfolk cards ever printed in a standard set. They're Marvel cards. These cards are strong enough to potentially make Merfolk my favorite creature type of all time, a viable archetype in standard, so long as you play with the Marvel characters. Okay, first we have a character that I have never heard of nor care anything about.
That's not in the script.
To begin, we have Namor Submariner, who is apparently from, I'm guessing, Aquaman?
No.
What do you mean no?
Aquaman's DC.
What's this then?
Marvel.
Oh my God.
1 minute left, by the way. You've almost finished a card.
Oh my God. Merfolk cards. Everything that I love about Magic the Gathering, removed and replaced with characters that I do not care about from a franchise I actively dislike, and all for record-breaking corporate profits.
You're not even reading the script at this point.
Namor is a 3-mana mutant merfolk villain legend with flying. Don't be fooled by its artwork being underwater. Namor apparently flies. His power is equal to the number of merfolk you control, and his toughness is equal to 4. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens. This is a great card. For one thing, if you cast this in Modern and follow it up with a Force of Negation, you'll make 2 1/1s, adding a total of 4 power to the board. In Legacy, you can do the same with Force of Will. Legacy, Magic's oldest and most distinguished format. There is no escape.
And time's up. No more cynicism.
Oh, but.
Sorry, but hey, look, you're a Magic the Gathering YouTuber, and this is Magic the Gathering now.
This is Magic the Gathering now.
Say it with me. This is Magic the Gathering now.
This is Magic the Gathering now.
Take it away, cheerful prof.
Attuma, Atlantean Warlord, is a great Merfolk synergy card for low-power environments, including Standard. He boosts all of your other Merfolk and draws you cards when you attack with them. If there's a Merfolk deck in Standard after Lorwyn adds a pile of new fish to the format, Attuma is sure to be a major player for that deck. I, for one, can't wait to pick up 4 copies of Attuma, Atlantean Warlord, for my personal Standard deck. All right, I give up. You win shareholders. I'll do the rest of the video without complaining right after I tell you about how I'm giving away tons of collector booster boxes on my next Whatnot stream.
Well, this is an ad?
We're teaming up with the Command Zone for one of the biggest Magic the Gathering giveaways this Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific. I'm choosing 5 lucky winners this Thursday to receive a collector booster box of their choice, either Avatar: The Last Airbender or Edge of Eternities. Or if you don't want Magic cards at all, I'll give you a Steam Deck. The $399 one though, sorry, prices have dropped, but regardless, the choice is yours: a collector booster box of Magic the Gathering or a brand new Steam Deck, courtesy of Whatnot. Whatnot is just like if Twitch and eBay had a baby. People like myself or the Command Zone are able to stream themselves selling cool items, like packs of Magic cards, signed playmats, and more, and viewers get to hang out and chat with us. It's a lot of fun. And when you create a brand new account using my invite link, you get a $15 credit. So tune in this Thursday for your chance at a collector booster box during our mega double up giveaway with the Command Zone. And everyone who creates a new account gets $15 to spend in my stream or Command Zone's stream, $15 worth of Magic packs or cards, whatever you want, and maybe collector booster boxes for free. I will see you at 2 p.m. Pacific on Whatnot. Oh, you know what? Say the line, Jesse. Say the line.
Did I really need to be here for all of that?
Say the line, Jesse.
Thank you, Whatnot, for sponsoring this episode.
First up, we have 5 hero cards: Captain America, the Incredible Hulk, the Sentry, Quicksilver, Moon Girl, and Devil Dinosaur. Captain America Super Soldier is a 3/2 legendary human soldier hero for 1 generic and 2 white mana. He's got first strike, and he enters with a shield counter. As long as he has a shield counter, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. Shield counters were first introduced in Streets of New Capenna, and it makes sense why R&D would use them for Captain America's card, because he carries a shield, right? Get it? Honestly, while this is a cute tie-in with Magic history, I feel shield counters in Magic don't bear a very strong resemblance to Cap's shield. A shield counter is a fragile one-time protection mechanic, disappearing as soon as the creature is dealt damage. Cap's shield is anything but fragile, as it's made of vibranium, the strongest metal in all of Magic the Gathering. Putting aside this nitpick, I also just don't think Captain America will have much relevance in any format. It's a fine card, but it's nothing special. Not even for Commander, where we already have a Captain America card that's pretty darn good. If you want to see that Captain America card in play during Commander, you can watch my episode of Shuffle Up and Play, in which I am tortured mercilessly by Aaron Hansen, Ristic Studies, and Cosmonaut Marcus. I give that episode a 6 out of 10. Moving on, we have Banner and the Hulk, who are designed with the same templating we saw for the 3-color legends from Marvel's Spider-Man. You can cast either the alter ego side on the front or the superpowered version on the back. If you cast it for its human side on the front, you can also transform it into the superpowered version while the card is still in play. Bruce Banner is a 1/1 for a blue mana that taps to draw cards equal to half the mana you put into his ability. The Incredible Hulk, on the other hand, costs 2 generic and 2 of each Gruul mana. This gives you an 8/8 with Reach and Trample. He also has a well-chosen callback ability, Enrage from Ixalan. Whenever he's dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him, and there is an additional combat phase after this phase. The Incredible Hulk is a powerful card on its own, but it's notable that he goes infinite if you have a Caltrops in play. Attack with the Hulk, ping it with Caltrops, add a +1/+1 counter, and untap him. Attack again, ping him with Caltrops, and so on and so forth. Finally, a way to make infinite combat steps in a Gruul deck. And because Bruce Banner is blue, you even get to run artifact tutors like Fabricate to find your Caltrops. Another fun thing you can do is cast Bruce for 1 mana, then target it with Release to the Wind. You can then cast the Incredible Hulk for free. I guess nothing makes Bruce Banner angrier than being released to the wind. Hey, I feel you, buddy. Abandonment trauma is real. Moving on to the Sentry. The Sentry Golden Guardian is a variation on the Hunted design space from a couple of decades back. A powerful above-rate creature that gives your opponent a powerful creature of their own to make up for your mana discount. In the case of the Sentry, it's 4 mana for a 5/5 vigilant flying and indestructible human hero. His drawback? Well, he does come with the Void, a 5/5 legendary black horror villain creature token with flying and indestructible. The Void attacks each turn if able. table. So right off the bat, this will read to many players as a commander-only card. And it's true, the card's only downside is mitigated significantly in Commander. Give the Void to a player you've struck a deal with, and all of a sudden, your other two opponents are facing down 10 indestructible flying power for just 4 mana. But I think the Sentry could have standard relevance as well. The Sentry has Vigilance, which means he gets to keep attacking for 5, while blocking the Void indefinitely as long as it's in play. In other words, as long as you control the Sentry, the Void is totally contained and basically irrelevant. As soon as you lose the Sentry, well, the Void is coming straight for your face, or soul, or maybe it's coming for your mind. I'm not sure how the Void works in the comics because I don't read the comics or play Marvel Snap or whatever. Thought I played a game called Magic the Gathering, but I'm sorry. Positive prof. Jesse, you wrote the script, do you know?
All I know about the Void is I watched the Thunderbolts over a guy's shoulder on a plane once with no sound. So I guess no.
Anyway, my point is this. The Sentry is a legitimately powerful card, even in constructed formats. You can even pair him with something like Doorkeeper Thrall to totally shut off his negative ETB and just give you a 4-mana 5/5 with flying, vigilance, and indestructible. Our next hero is the one that has the most obvious relevance for constructed formats. Quicksilver Brash Blur, a 1/1 legendary mutant hero for a single red mana. Sometimes he even costs less than that. If he's in your opening hand, you may start with him in play. He's got haste as well as an exhaust-like ability known as Power Up. Once per game, you can pay 4 and a red to give Quicksilver a +1/+1 counter and a double strike counter. You can reduce Power Up costs by the card's mana cost if they entered play this turn. Look, I'm not sounding any alarms just yet, but I do want to say a creature with the leyline text is dangerous design territory. Leyline text in general is dangerous design territory, but putting a creature in play for free, especially one that can power up later in the game, well, that's a very powerful space to operate within. This is an exceptional mono-red card in Standard and could have implications elsewhere. The last hero card previewed is one with the most notorious mana cost in Magic history. 1 green and blue. Ooh. It's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, a 2/2 human dinosaur hero. Whenever you draw a second card in a turn, until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur turns into a colossal Dreadmaw. And look at how easy she is to Dreadmawify. Once per turn, when an artifact you control enters, draw a card. Because you already draw 1 card baseline every turn, all you need to do is draw 1 additional card on your turn to make this pair attack for 6 trampling damage. In other words, play a single artifact. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur likely are at their most dangerous in Modern, where they're both easy to cast ahead of schedule and surrounded by artifacts that can trigger their card draw. A 3-mana 2/2 is not the sturdiest stat in the world, but I'd keep an eye on this card. I think the Colossal Dreadmaw stats are closer than they appear. Along with the 5 heroes previewed, Wizards of the Coast also showed off 5 villain cards from the Marvel set. Thankfully, 2 of them are the Merfolk I was forced to discuss earlier in the video, which means I only have 3 Marvel cards to talk about here. Please stop sending me photos of the Merfolk cards. Yes, I know about the Merfolk cards. Yes, I have seen the Merfolk cards. Please leave me alone. I mean, powerful Merfolk in Standard! Yay! Of the 3 villains previewed, the one who seems likely to have the most constructed relevance is Dr. Doom, though some of you might call that prediction a stretch. Why are we calling that a stretch again?
It's a Fantastic Four joke. The stretchy guy? You should know that just through cultural osmosis at this point.
Gee, calling that a joke is a bit of a stretch, huh? You get it? You get it? Oof, I'm on fire. I'm on fire like the Human Torch. You get that one? You get it. I still got it. Dr. Doom is a 3/3 legendary human scientist villain for a whopping 6 mana. When he enters, he actually adds an additional 6 power to the board in the form of a pair of Doom Bots. As long as you control an artifact creature, such as Doom Bots, or a plan, he's indestructible. What's a plan, you ask? I'll tell you when you're older. When you're about 3 minutes older, to be exact. Last line of text on Dr. Doom reads, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card and lose a life. I think it's entirely possible that Dr. Doom turns out to be playable top end in some black mid-range deck in Standard. Yes, he's 6 mana, but he makes up for that steep cost with the 9 power he adds to the board. He's also legitimately difficult to remove cleanly, and Standard mid-range decks are exactly the place where that Phyrexian Arena effect on end step matters the most. Keep an eye on Dr. Doom in Standard, folks. He's gonna be up to something. The other two villains previewed will probably only matter in Commander. Super Skrull is a 4/5 evil King Kenrith for 1 black, black, and black. He's got some incredibly powerful abilities if you have the mana to pay for them, which gets easier to do with a Training Grounds or Biomancer's Familiar, or both. Baron Helmet Zemo is a 3/3 for black, black, black that connives whenever you cast a black spell from your hand. He's also got an absurd boast ability borrowed from Kaldheim. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with a combined 15 or more black mana symbols in their costs. Copy them all, then you may cast up to 3 of those copies without paying their mana costs. Baron has a convoluted combo that allows you to immediately win on turn 4 of Commander. Cast him turn 3, then on turn 4, cast Buried Alive. Put Doomsday Excruciator, Hoarding Broodlord, and Zodriarch Umbral God into your graveyard. Attack with your Baron and then boast, exiling the 3 creatures you just buried alive, plus the copy of Buried Alive itself. Copy Excruciator, Broodlord, and Zodiarch. Stack them so Zodiarch enters, then Broodlord, then Excruciator. When the Broodlord enters, he tutors up a 1 ring to rule them all into exile. It'll have Convoke. Then Excruciator enters and reduces everyone's deck to 6 cards each. Play a swamp for turn, then tap it and your 3 untapped creatures to cast 1 ring to rule them all. Choose Broodlord for your ring bearer, then each player will mill 7 cards. Pass the turn and each of your opponents will die on their draw step before you can draw and die yourself. Yay, mono black! In addition to the 10 creatures previewed, Wizards of the Coast revealed 4 enchantments from the main set. One of them is a plan. Your patience has been rewarded. Jesse, please tell everyone what a plan is. Jesse?
It's a kind of enchantment.
Amazing stuff. Moving on to what these 4 enchantments are. 2 of them are mono black, Doom Reigns Supreme, the only plan of the 4, and Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Both cards care about you having villains in play. They're cool cards for Commander, but neither is likely to have much standard relevance unless there are enough good cheap villains to make them worthwhile. The Coming of Galacticus is a Golgari saga that destroys something on entry and then saps your opponent's life totals a couple of times until Galacticus finally arrives. Galacticus is a 16/16 Black Elder alien with flying, trample, and an attack trigger that destroys lands. He may look scary, but he'll disappear if you hit him with a boomerang. He's also a sheriff, as in he dies to shoot the sheriff, so I personally am not afraid of Galacticus coming to Standard. In Commander, Proliferate strategies will enjoy fast-forwarding to the appearance of the big planet Eater. The only enchantment from among these 4 previewed that's likely to see any standard play is World War Hulk. This is a 5-mana green saga that lets you cast a green or red creature spell for free on its first chapter. So in Standard, how about Progenitus? He's green and red. The other 2 modes are nice, but the main reason to run this card, in my opinion, is to cast a big green spell for free. In addition to cards for the Standard set, Wizards of the Coast also previewed the 4 Commander options for the Fantastic Four Commander deck, which is one of 4 that will accompany the main Marvel set. All 4 Fantastic Four have 4 colors in their identity, but only 1 color in their mana costs. They all have beginning of combat abilities that trigger if you've cast a non-creature spell in a turn. They also have abilities that require you to pay Wurg mana, which some players may think of as paying an Omnath. Invisible Woman makes walls and gives creatures unblockable with a power buff for each creature you have in play. Mr. Fantastic draws a card and copies triggered abilities twice. Human Torch flames on and then blasts all your enemies at once. And the Thing gets real big and then he clobbers. It's unlikely you'll run any of these cards as a commander without also including their colleagues in the 99. But they are all solid standalone generals if you so choose. Given that the Fantastic Four comprise a single commander deck between them, my guess is we'll also get a commander deck for the X-Men, and one for the Avengers, and one for all the villains combined, which is pretty similar to what we saw with Doctor Who, but that's just speculation on my part. In addition to all of these new cards, Wizards of the Coast also showed off a bunch of their alternate art treatments of existing cards. And guess what? It's the same design choices that brought you Fire Lord Ozai's face on a Cruel Tutor. Now we have things like Kang, Spectrum, Black Widow, and yes, Namor the Submariner, filling the frame of some great Magic reprints. The text on these cards is just as hard to read as it was for Avatar, but what's easy to read is the word toot. emanating from Dr. Doom's horn of greed. We did it, fam. We got the meme on a card. Hey, check this out. 3 different heroic intervention cards. You love heroic intervention cards. They also previewed the comic cover and comic panel treatments for Marvel Legends and Sagas. Did you know that this powerful Captain America is a white card? You can tell because that little mana cost hiding up there in the top right is in a white box. Wow, look at the magic cards. Magic cards, here they are. Look at the magic cards. And there you have it, all the cards previewed for Marvel superheroes, but that of course is just my opinion, and now I want to hear from you. Jesse Robkin, which are you more excited for? Marvel superheroes or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Did you know that there's a turtle in every pack?
There's turtles all the way down?
There's a turtle in every pack. How many Donatellos is too many Donatellos?
1.
And remember, this Thursday at 2 o'clock is our big giveaway double up stream with the Command Zone. Tune in at 2 o'clock on Whatnot, and you may walk away with one of these amazing prizes, and everybody who creates a brand new account gets a $15 credit to spend in either of our stores. Just go to www.whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College to claim your $15 credit today. And...
Thank you, Whatnot, for, is that the one?
Yeah.
Thank you, Whatnot, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Lorwyn preview.
We got a Lorwyn preview?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my god!
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
Welcome to Shuffle Up and Play. Today, Mystery Booster 2, but we will each be building a commander deck from the contents.
It's a huge set. I'm trying to remember how many cards are in it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with the garbage, by the way, so I've just been
Yeah, sure.
chucking it behind me.
Our highly skilled editors will love picking up Foxy's
I'm gonna
garbage.
pick it up! I'm gonna pick it up!
Play a Forest and a Mox Poison.
Oh! How did Fast Mana get into this?
Josh made the saddest face. Look at that! How am I supposed to? I hate you for 7. Untap.
Yes, you will.
Thank you so much
It
for
resolves.
allowing. I will
resolves.
draw. Okay.
It resolves.
Thanks so much.
You haven't said how's it once. You said hello in your intro.
How's it? How's it?
How's it?
Now you got it. Editors,
All
are
right.
good? Okay.
Yeah.